I'm alive. Okay, there I go. I'm alive. Hey, it's just so Trish, and today is Mama Chat, and I'm just a tad bit late. Like when I say late, I'm not even talking about a day late, a minute late, 10 minutes late. I'm talking a day late. I'm a day late in 10 minutes. Oh my goodness. Hey, Freedom Homestead girl. How are you doing? So I'm just trying to get myself into everything together and kind of, I don't know what I need to be doing. Honestly, do you have that? Like just times where you're just like getting it all put together. And some of the things I've been trying to do is, Tangie, why do I not have you with a wrench? There, fixed that, didn't I now? There you go. Chaos and Grace has made it in. Mommying with Amanda's got it. I was lost without you yesterday. So yesterday was a great day. We went, I got to set myself up a little higher. We went to the movies. Actually, we started the day around 5:30, and Bubba and I went to lunch, went to breakfast, and then we all got back with the rest of the family. We went ahead and went to the movies, and then we went and had lunch and went to bowling. It was awesome. So Stacy says hello. Hope you're feeling better. Perfectly Chaotic Nest is here. Oh, could it be the name change? Maybe. Sparrows and Butterfly says hello. I'm listening while I'm packing and cleaning. Joelle says, hey, Joelle, girl, we have not seen you in a while. Says my husband is back to work. Yay. Tuesday, so I can be here. Homeschooling on the go says, hi, Trish, finally made it. Tatiana, my girl, is there. I cannot wait to see you in May. Love the pics, looked like a blast. It was so good. Hey, Tracy. It was real good. It was definitely busy, and I was like, I feel like I think I'm having some like trying to find my groove because I don't want to put a video out every day, which I haven't been putting a video hardly out once a week. So, but trying to find a balance. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually move us permanently. I'm going to move Mama Chat permanently to Wednesdays. I hope, Joelle, that works for you. I'm so sorry. I feel like it's going to work better for me. And then it will kind of put the push on me to put a video out on Monday and then put a video out on Friday. And see if that kind of creates a better balance for me. I have a lot of videos in the backlog that I still need to do. And I've had a hard time just working, having a space to work. I know, being in a little house, imagine that, having a space to work. Hey, Miss Heidi, Homeschool Life with Shabby Chick says, so glad I can watch while folding laundry. Obviously, you can see I have laundry to fold. It definitely, there's the whole view. Definitely is a lot less than what it usually is. Usually it's like huge. It's like up over the couch. Hi, watching till baby finishes nursing, eating, then gotta get us back to school. Yay! Mommy with Amanda says, better for me too. Tuesday is an early dance day for us. Well, and we're gonna have things come up, and I like eventually Tuesday wasn't gonna work, so why don't we just make the switch now? And that should be good. So I'm got the. Can you see that? I know. So I've got the GT's gingerberry. I'm usually just Gingerade all the time. And Saturday night, we were come back and I needed a kombucha. I meant to pack a kombucha for the road, and I didn't pack a kombucha for the road. And they didn't have Gingerade, and all they had was gingerberry. And I'm reading the ingredients. I'm like, okay, I'll try it. I'll just try it. I'm not like really excited, but I'll get it. My new favorite. Like Gingerade is by utmost my favorite, but berry ginger is definitely number. They're in Thai, actually. Let's be real, they're in Thai. So this is like my new favorite. So I got one today because we just ran to the store. The Vix, the mom, has made it in. Yay! Vicky Hayes says hello to everyone. Awesome. I need to find a way to make, because something needs it. Homeschool on the go. He's full of anxiety right now and doesn't stay still for 1 minute. Yeah, my kids are always downing my kombucha, so it's definitely a good one. So, some of the stuff going on is I'm just trying to be better about cutting down my obligations. I say that, and yet we still have stuff to do. Just not trying to do too much. And so I made some plans for the summer. There's a lot of plans that I had like laying out for the summer that I actually have changed out and decided to not do. There she goes. Because I realized in the end, the person who's going to be wiped out is me the most. And I still have, as much as I'm like, I want my kids to do certain activities, I also realize like this is not the last year that they could get them in. Like we need to get these activities in by the end of their, childhood. We don't have to get them in by the summer. So a lot of those activities were 4-H related. We were working on doing some of the 4-H. So one of the things I do need to give you guys a video on was that we worked through the forestry. And we were doing some of the forestry and learning tree identification. We did a stop and got a tree walk and learning compass and pacing. And I really just absolutely love it. Do you really need to walk back and forth? Okay. And sorry, she will mess with my little ADHD mind going back and forth. Anyways, and she'll come back by again. So we were working on that, and that would be next Saturday that they would do that contest. And really, by the end of it, I just was like, I'm going to be stressed out trying to make sure they have what they need. We're going to go. I'm going to exhaust myself to get there. I'm going to put them there. We're not going there to win. We have not prepared to win. We are going to go to have the experience, and then I'm going to get back and be wiped out. Maybe we shouldn't go. Maybe we should just go ahead and say no. And after deep thought and prayer, I'm like, okay, let's not do that. And then there was another program that they were doing the following Saturday, and they actually did an extension. And so the 4-H in West Palm Beach is doing a mock legislature trial day. So then the kids can have an experience on like how the laws are made and how things are set up. And it's really just a prep before going to legislature at the state capitol that you get to do as a senior. And I'm kind of like, well, let's not do that either, because that's, again, me driving across the state with a few kids and trying to juggle everything, and I'm going to be stressed out. I'm like, okay, let's not do that. And another one we had to make the decision on, and we were talking about going to Washington, D.C. this summer, another 4-H activity, and I'm like, okay, I don't think I need to do that because I've got some stuff coming up that I need to focus on with just me, and that wouldn't be a great deal. So I really kind of just had these grandiose plans, and I just draw back down to the minimum. I really want my kids to get the experience in doing forestry, but the reality is I just want them to place really well or win forestry by the time they're a senior in high school, so we don't have to do that in middle school. So, okay, well, let's relax a little bit. Do I have expectations that they're going to be forestry majors? No. So there's that kind of catch-22, like, it's just something great to have on our resume. It's a great thing to be part of, but we don't have to master that right now. I'm saying that more to myself than you, but we don't have to master it right now. And I want them to go to leadership in Washington, D.C., but we still have the opportunity to go next year. So we don't have to do that right now. And that kind of was a big burden lifted off me, and the guilt lifted off me. Like, I feel like I really need to let me fix my lighting. I feel like I really get things together in order for them to be prepared to go for college, and beginning those parts of getting the ball rolling for college. But I don't have to do that right now. We got to get to the end line. And so we got time until then. And I have to remember, like, we got time. It's not the end of the road, but yet, we got to be on it, but we don't have to be that far on it. So Dawn made it in. Christina says, hi, I made it to a live stream. Heather Roos says, hello. Mommy with Amanda says, preach. We are busy 5 days a week. I'm so burned out. Christina at Stoli Homeschool Hangout says, hey, hey, hey. I get it because I run into that. I didn't think I was really a homebody when my first year being a stay-at-home mom now. Up until then, I was going to work and I was working, 5 days a week, always out and about, out and about. Even when I was out, I was out. And then I came home and I remember getting up in the morning. Hey, go pop those outside. Thank you. There's nothing like hearing the sound of bubble wrap, pop, 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 pop. I don't have a high schooler. I have a 7th grader who will be in 8th grade next year. So I know I'm a little bit ahead of the game, but I'm like prepping them for the game. I feel like I'm like the game begins at 9th grade. And so I'm like trying to prep them and not get stressed out. Homeschool on the go says, totally agree. I'm struggling from adding so much to my day without being able to complete it, cutting out unnecessary things from my schedule. Saying no to even good things is so tough. This is Heidi White, she says. And we are trying to scale back on things. So when we say yes, it is our best yes. Oh, I like that. That's good. When we say yes, we're giving you our best yes. And so for me, I'm running into, I miss the carefree days of summer. Who remembers summer? Like summer as a kid was such a huge thing. I just remember the boredom, the quietness, the bugs, like not the bad bugs, but listening to the crickets and stuff. And just that kind of like laying around with nothing to do. I will tell you, I don't have it on the mom side. Like I just remember being a kid having that. And on the mom side of it, I wonder how busy she really was during those summers because I keep thinking summer's going to come and it's going to be so relaxing. I mean, I remember as a kid just laying around the pond. We had a pond we would hang out because we didn't go to the beach. We just laid out at the pond. And then in fact, in those days, my stepmom would get the laundry all done. It was really just like these slow, quiet days. Homeschool Hangout says, I'm such a homebody. It drives my kids nuts. They want to be doing something all the time, but all the stuff they want to do costs so much money. It's hard saying no. I hate mom guilt. Christina says, I have a daughter with medical needs, so lots of doctor appointments now, speech therapy weekly. Whew, girl, we should be doing speech therapy and we're not because I can't juggle all the going. And so as soon as pre-K is done, then we can begin speech. So the pre-K was giving me a hard time. Mom guilting me on this. I gotta clean my screen. And they were mom guilting me. I still gotta clean that screen. Anyways, they were mom guilting me really bad. And I was just like, okay, well, I can pull him out here and take him to speech. Or I can wait till we're done here and then take him to speech. I can't do both during the day. That's my limit. I can't do both. Creative Mind says, I have guilt for not going enough, but baby isn't portable right now. Needs naps at home. That's right. Amen. And honestly, at this game of stage, it's been 3 years since we had a baby in the house. I kind of miss those baby days because the baby days made me be more kind of just put the expectations aside and just did what we could do when we could do it. And it was just quiet, kind of more fun than it is. I don't want to say more fun. It was a lot quieter. Chaos. Let's see. Joel says, that is good. We are fully booked this month. Hoo. Chaos and Grace says, that's my dream for vacation next week. The mom reality doesn't allow true relaxation, right? Sparrows and Butterflies says, my summers are always way busier with park days and fun with friends. All other times we do a lot inside. Yep. Homeschool Hangout says, my daughter is saying right now, can we go to the water park today? Frugal says, so many appointments, so here too. GI, genetics, endocrinologist, and OT. Homeschool Hangout says, I so miss baby days. Vicky says, are you near Milton by any chance? I grew up in that area. No, I'm not. Actually, I don't actually know where that is. Chaos and Grace says, I have 2 with special needs. I feel your pain. I was talking to another one. So one of the big things, so I've been trying to figure out, and so I kind of cut things down, and it makes it really relaxed. But at the same time, I'm just not going to lie. Remember at the beginning of the year, I said, hey, I'm going to probably have to take a big test, and I'm going to have to do some coursework for it in order to get there. Thank you, Free to Make Homestead. I wasn't sure about that person, and I was just kind of waiting to see what happened there. Ooh, Pepper and Pine made it in. Hello, Hannah. She says, I'm looking forward to summer. Christina says, speech therapist wanted me to start vision therapy for her too. I said, no, I can't have another appointment with 4 kids. I gave in and had her evaluated, and thankfully she doesn't need it right now. I need to get my eyes checked. They have been off the charts bad lately. 40 has not been kind. Let's see, I'm how many weeks? 5 weeks into being 40. It's not been good. It's not been good physically at all. You can do a lot for speech therapy at home yourself. I agree. I did buy, let's see, I got my little handy dandy cart here. You see it? Somebody posted on Instagram, and I love the way she organized it because I tend to always put like the little stuff that's low on the top one, and it made it better. But things I've done, he hasn't been really responsive on this, but I got the speecher size. I got the 1 and 2. I got these off of Amazon. I'll have to post them later. I got them off of Amazon. And it has printouts and it has all these songs. So it has like these exercise like jaw drops. And actually me and the kids do it and we're like, oh, our mouth hurts. But he's a little bit reluctant, like, I don't want to do that. We picked those up. Another one we started picking up, and I know this sounds like crazy, but I picked up the flashcards. And we go through them really quickly and stuff. And he likes them. Actually, Leona likes them too. We got the states. And we got first words for Leona. But we actually use this a lot for getting him to say the words. And then I did pick up animals of all kinds. And he likes these kind of deal. Because then he wants to talk about them. And that's been helpful. But he really likes the classical conversation songs that go through. And what I'm finding is that his speech is really clear when he sings. So, and I mean, like, he's got P down perfectly because all he wants to do is say poop. I don't know what it is about 5-year-old boys that is poop, but it's poop. It's all about poop. So I know he's got P down. But, So I've been letting him listen to a lot of the different songs, and that seems to be one of our biggest ones to help because it really has him exercise his mouth, where otherwise he's like, blah, blah. Catherine says, so true. Us as a mom pays the price. My kids are 6, 4, 2, and I'll still nap, and people say skip it all the time and do this or do that. And I'm like, no, stick to the naps as long as you can. Stick to the naps. Dawn says, I have mom guilt for not having PE. Give them a water hose. That counts. Give them a water hose. Tell them to put their bathing suits on and have at it. That, in my opinion. And we are all, and we're all getting fluffy. Trying to get scheduling for school has been getting better, but I'm like, they just go outside and play? Is that enough? Yes, sometimes it's enough, especially if you guys are young. I still think mine's young. Is his issue articulation? He doesn't use his mouth right, if that makes sense. My 12-year-old loves poop. Lots of boys in general. I think poop and fart are the most common said words in my house. Amen. Green Gable says, hello. Hey, Lone Star Homeschool Mama. Haven't seen you in a while. Well, we've been keeping it pretty minimal around here. I keep trying to make a video, and I keep having the hardest time getting the videos and then getting them up has been a hard time. And family shaming because my boys have slip lisp. I'm mind your own business. I'd get pretty nasty. I'm not going to lie, Dawn. I'd be like, yeah, you can take that somewhere else and go away with it. If that's the only thing you can see in them is their lisp, then you don't need to be around. Goodbye. Kind of, but that's in my opinion. Again, in my opinion. Mommying with Amanda says, my 4 girls talk about poop more than my son. Yep. Sometimes. Yep. I was one of 3 girls, so kind of know it there. But anyways, I am going through some coursework on my own too that I have to get done in the next month and a half, and then preparing for a licensing exam in October. I've taken it before. It's a lot of work. A lot of work. And so I realized, like, at that point, because I need to get this done, that I need to kind of keep things to minimum. So even like with my 4-H group, I'm going to keep that kind of minimal too. I don't think I'm going to do, I think I'm just going to stick to monthly like get-togethers, and that's it. That's it. Busy with toddler and 5-month-old, not to mention planning next year for 6th and 9th. Wow. Yes. Next year will be a 9th, 7th, 5th, 3rd, and a kindergartner. Yes. My license is for engineering. So I'm going to take my test to be licensed as a professional engineer. Big stuff, huh? I need to do that. There's some side work that comes. I'm not going off back to work at all. Creative Mind says, former speech therapist here. I encourage you to fix that speech early on. It can be easy and fun to work on. Everett had a major lisp until kindergarten. Hey, Creative Minds, what about you and I getting together and you do it, a live video chat and work with my son? Just like putting that out there for you, because I think he'd have a lot of fun doing it video. I've turned poop into a science talk into the car yesterday. We noticed weeds that were growing out of cow piles, and I got to explain why. Poop talk is science. Yes, not just anatomy, not just anatomy at all. So anyways, yeah, I'm doing this licensing test so that I can, oh, you're willing? Oh, I got to write that down. Because like, I'll get off of here and I'll be like, oh yeah, we should do that. And they'll be like, wait, what were we going to do? What were we going to do? I gotta, well, I'm getting it. All right. Because that would be like so cool. Speech therapy. Hey, add me to the group speech therapy. Chaos and Grace says, whoa, those are tough tests. We have engineer friends and family. Good luck. Thank you. You know, I've taken it 3 times, so I have to do some like special stuff. I got to take a course in order to get to take the test again. But like my husband's like, go take it. And the first time I was pregnant, like I couldn't even remember where I was going, much less like get everything. You know what I mean? Like, and I did civil. With water resources. It wasn't a good test for me. And back then they didn't have environmental, because I have an environmental, so I had to do a lot of chemistry and stuff like that. And then the second time I took it, I was nursing. I think I was nursing, or I wasn't pregnant or whatever. I think I was nursing. Yeah, I was nursing. And so when I did that, oh, Creative Minds, look, you got all these people that need, you need to be like contacting Creative Minds. Maybe she'll set up a little side PayPal account, do some speech therapy on the side. Anyways, I was nursing and I like had to get done so I can go pump in the car. Anyways, it totally wrecked my milk production taking this test. And again, I couldn't think and I couldn't get to it in the whole 9 yards. And that one I took was civil with environmental afternoon. My last time I took it, I finally was there, ready to go. And I did environmental and I was like, whoa, this is the right test. I did not study enough to get there. I was exhausted and my ADHD kicked in above and beyond belief. I was couponing and I was just like, my ADHD was somewhere else and I was not ready for it. And I failed it again. So great. So it's kind of fun. My husband got the test booklet and I've been going through the test booklet and I'm like, yeah, I know some of this, or I know that there's a way to solve this. I just can't remember how to solve this. So I'll have to get the book out. So, kind of good stuff. Anyways, you just have to teach me how to do the video end of it. Oh yeah. Heck yeah. Trust me. I'm going to get this worked out. I'm going to put you on Google Hangout and you're going to love it. Love it. look, squirrel. I know, right? That was totally me. And the last time I was like, look, squirrel. And it was kind of funny because now I don't know. I'm just kind of at a point where I'm just like, yeah, I could study for this. No big deal. So I have to start studying for this. I actually have 4 weeks to do this one course, which is kind of why I'm not doing so many different activities, because I have to get this coursework done in order to be ready for it. So my husband's a bit on to me. So I'm just like, oh, I really need to get some videos out. And I'm just like, maybe we're hoping. I did get something really, really cool. I got a pressure cooker. I'm so excited. Kasori. They're on Amazon. Sent me a pressure cooker. Well, I fell out. I have a page count. Sorry, I squirreled out. Anyway, so Kasori sent me a pressure cooker. They're like, hey, can we send you a pressure cooker and you can open it up on YouTube? So I started making the video. I have to do like the next thing. I think I'm going to do like a bone broth. Was my first, inaugural cooking in it. I have killed 4 pressure cookers. I didn't tell them that. I was like, I've killed 4 pressure cookers. So let's see how good yours is. I will tell you, I've already opened it up. I did that video part. I just need to do a cooking thing. And I'm thinking about like doing a series of like small kitchen, large family cooking videos, just, how to cook on a minimum, because, well, we don't have a lot of space. And I'll tell you, like, I know that I've kept me on a thing and I'm like, I hate my tiny house. But I feel like something happened on day 365 for me, being in this tiny house, that it switched me over. I'm sitting on these, I'll show you. This is what I'm sitting on. One of these like little cubes. Tucker's falling apart, but this little cube from like Walmart is like $10. It's like a toy. It's our toy box. I'm sitting on that at like a regular desk. But after day 365, I've started to really appreciate a lot in this house and some of the conveniences that it does bring me, because it's so small. But it really turned on after I started completely purging and minimizing everything. And then it really kicked in like, oh, this is actually really convenient that I have it this way. Oh, this is kind of nice. I do have to stay very aware of how much stuff I have. So with that said, I told my husband, if I'm studying for this test, I can't handle a big move, which means I can't handle a 2,600 square foot house showing up and it's time to move in there before October. I just can't do it. But I wouldn't mind a little more space to spread my legs out. So we've actually talked about putting another single wide trailer. Do I not sound crazy? Another single wide trailer up that is just bigger. So this one's 700 square feet. I can get one that's 1,200 square feet. And just spreading out. So that would make my kitchen, living room bigger, give me another bedroom, and give the kids a little more space, and my bedroom a little more space, because that's just not big enough. And we talked about doing that. I think we might do that. And then the advantage is it would give us more time before we go and do a big expenditure on a house. Make sure I'm getting what I want and not just what I want right now, or just not what I can afford right now, or something like that. Just giving me a little time, get our bills. And then also when we're done, it will help with as another income base, as a rental. So this will be a rental and the next one will be a rental kind of deal. Oh, Homeschool Hangout says we downsized from 2,400 square feet to 1,100 square feet apartment, and I very much appreciate the small space. How many kids do you have, Homeschool Hangout, Christine? How many kids do you have? I'm starting to like it. It's making me very picky about my curriculum, because like doing BJU with all the DVDs is not possible. Well, number one, it's not possible because my ADHD kids cannot handle it at all. So that's like besides the point. But the amount of stuff that comes with it, no thank you. So I wouldn't be a big BJU DVD, probably like live stream. Okay, you have 2, okay, in that size. So I have 6. I'm not gonna lie, I really look forward to like a large space, but then at the same time, I don't know. My heart, God's working on my heart. It may be so different in 6 months or a year. I will tell you, it was nice because I had another one of these couches, and it just was the most uncomfortable couch. It was gifted to us, used, wore out, gifted kind of thing. And it wore out so much. I like just fell apart. Now, this one's in pretty good condition because it typically only holds laundry. But now that I don't have another couch and all I have is this couch, I personally expect that this couch is going to keep the laundry off of it and is going to fall apart really, really quickly because all the kids are going to sit on it. So that is ticking down its life kind of deal. But one of the things I was thinking about and I really like is the fact that I can just like change out the whole house in half a day. Actually, I was thinking though, as I was cleaning everything out, I was changing, I was like, oh, I should totally paint this room. Really paint this room. So Christine says her with her 2 kids, they lived in an RV for 6 months. It was 175 square feet. I don't know. Don't think I can handle that. That's very temporary. But I will say, like, as I'm going through, I'm like, less stuff is best. Which I didn't think I'd ever be able to mentally handle that thought, but it is getting better. Joel says, we live in a very small space, 3 of us in less than 900 square feet. 8 of us in less than 900 square feet. But it would be like, if we only had 2 kids, this would be easy. This would be like not a big deal, really. And like I have the sewing machines in here, which shouldn't be in here. They should be in the shed, but they are in here for now. But I have a really tiny little sewing machine, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna put it in here. But it's like this big. You know, it's small. It's so small, so it'd be easy to put in. Have you looked at The Good and the Beautiful in the LA packet? There's 5 subjects in there. Love it. My OCD son is really thriving with it. Oh, cool. That's one of my short lists. I'm going to do a video on my short list curriculums for next year. I don't think we're going to go that direction. It's still not finalized, but it definitely would be something along the lines of like, here's a big workbook and work through kind of deal. And I like that about The Good and Beautiful. Creative Mind says she says, I love your Better Homes and garden shelves. We have a unit in the playroom and love those deep buckets. Yes. Momming with Amanda says, I have a big playroom. Texas heat doesn't allow too much outside time in the summer, and these kids need somewhere to play. That's what we run into. The summer can kill us. We only get a couple hours during the day in the summer, and then it's just like hibernate. We hibernate in the summer, not in the winter, but I don't handle cold very well. So there's been a couple times this year that I'm like, I'm not going outside. Compass Rose girl, where have you been? So happy you're here. Just saw you were on. I'm glad I made it for part of the talk. Love you, girl. How are you? How are the girls? Christine says, when kids are out of the house, my husband and I want to go back to living in an RV. Oh, cool. All 6 of it, Chaos and Grace says, all 6 of it will be in a 36-foot RV for at least a year. All 6 of us. While we build on our land off-grid too. It will be interesting. That's a big part is like, I have 10 acres, so there's a lot that we can do. I just kind of wish this house was a little bit more centrally located. So the idea of getting that single wide, it would put it in a better place. It actually put it right next door to the house that flooded, but it would put me right there where the goats are and my garden is. And I'm just like, yeah, just crossing the street would be huge. Would be in such a better place. Joelle says she's looking for at least 1,200 square feet. Creative Mind says, I'm curious to know what turns you off on The Good and the Beautiful. I'm not turned off. It's a serious consideration. But I may have already made my other decision yet. Like, there's something else in the works, and if that works out, then we're going that route. If not, then it's like, I need to check this one out. So it's not a turn off. But because of that, I haven't spent, I need to spend more. If this doesn't work out, then I need to spend more time checking it out more deeply, if that makes sense. And when I get there, and if this one thing turns out, then you'll see why. Not to be all just kind of like shady about it, but still be a little shady. Yes, the Florida summers are brutal. Yes, they are. Should a stutter be cause of concern or something they will grow out of? That's for Creative Minds Homeschool. You should be doing like videos on like speech therapy and what you should be like mindful, what you'll grow out of, what you need to address. Those would be some good video content. Compass Rose says, been working at hubby's office, brought all the homeschool kids because things still have to happen. That's right. That's what we have, 10 acres of raw land. That's what we kind of have. We have 10 acres that was once an orange grove, and then they leveled it so the oranges aren't there anymore. And so we've slowly started putting things in place, and it's so much better than it was 4 years ago. But it's like taken 4 years, and I feel like we still haven't gotten anywhere. It's crazy how, like, I was in the other house, and I got so much stuff done in the back, in the backyard, and my gardens and my chickens and everything. So then I'm like, we're going bigger. This is going to be awesome. But the infrastructure wasn't there, and it wasn't as easy. Just water was huge getting there. So it took us a lot longer to get there. Joelle says the heat index in Central Valley, California averages 100 degrees. So here it's not that. It'll be like 98. It won't be 100. It gets to be 100 a lot, but it's humid. So like you can't move until 3 o'clock. So what it will be is like it'll be stinking hot, and then it will rain in the afternoon, and it'll be like awesome for like an hour or two, and then you're like got this awesome period around the rain, and then you're good to go. Creative Mind says, I can't wait to hear what you go with. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. My nose is bothering the tar out of me. The kids woke up kind of congested. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of having a hard time. Like, I feel like I'm getting all congested right here, and I don't have one of my oil blends handy. Otherwise, I'd be all like lathering in oil. Actually, I'm gonna get it anyways because I see it. I see it. Give me just a second. Homeschool on the go with Crystal says, my stress for today is what to cook. Ha ha ha. Something easy and fast. Any ideas? No, we have a leftover smoked Boston butt. And so I'm going to do vegetables with that because I forgot to put the macaroni and cheese up. Better. All right. This is a personal blend. This is like, I think it's lavender, peppermint, and lemon, and probably a respiratory blend. Oh, that feels better. Oh, I can't breathe in there. All right, homeschool on the go. Any allergies? Oh, I miss our summer rains. I would too. Creative Mind says, depends on the age and what kind of disfluency young kiddos. Oh, she's talking about stuttering. Stacy says, we had a 2,600 square foot and moved to another state, and at that time we only had one child. When we moved, I wanted a much smaller house. I have a 1,096 square foot house and had another child. Has it been humid down there? I'm a little nervous about it because my asthma has been so bad. No. Yes and no. Saturday night was our first like humid day. Like we went to a wedding. It was an outdoor wedding, and it was like, oh, what a perfect day. And then the allergies kicked in. I got a tickle in my throat, y'all. Every year. Oh, Erin's in the house, girl. May. Every year in the homeschool, there is a popular curriculum or method. This is Good and Beautiful. Last year, Book Shark and Waldorf. The year before that, Charlotte Mason and Sunlight. The year before that, Classic Conversations and Teaching from Rest. I agree. Like there gets to be like, this is the hot curriculum. This is the hot curriculum. There's always something. And I think it definitely comes down to finding the fit. There is no perfect curriculum by any means. I will tell you though, oh my friends, I'm so excited. I have to move some stuff. I did just go shopping. Look, I went shopping. I found these. These were $2 at Walmart. So I bought these to hang the power strip and attach it to the desk so that I could find it. I have asthma really bad. Since moving to Florida, I don't have asthma attacks as much. Right? It's true. It's true. Except when the oak pollen blooms. That's worse than the humidity. Michelle says, I'm going to with Knotgrass for my high schooler. Oh, cool. Michelle says, teaching textbooks for both of my girls. Nice. Creative Mind says, perfectly chaotic nest. PM me with questions. Okay. Always enjoy your chats, Trish. Oh. As a veteran, we kind of have seen the trends and how to take it slow and stick with what works. Right. Christine's going to be right back. All right. I hit Walmart. You know, you can never have enough crafters tape, right? I'm just showing you what I got because I'm getting something else that's really better. Got some highlighters. This is for doing that work that I have to do. Got some pencils. I love these. Do you not remember these in school? I just bought some, but my kids like broke into them. Here it is. Remember these in school? There it is. I love these pencils. So I got this one and they already like broke into them. And I'm like, wait a minute. So I picked up some more. And then I picked up a new binder. So I picked up a new binder. This one was like $2. I liked it because it had the little elasticity. It's by Mead. It's per their planning selection. And it's pretty, but it has this like thing right here. So I picked this up because, you know, because like I need another planner like a hole in my head, right? I used to love Lisa Frank's stationery in school. Me too. Oh my gosh, I was at Lisa Frank like, and now I see I'm like, yeah. Joel says EP for us with different language arts and history. Oh, nice. I do like EP. I like the way she pulls it all together. I have a hard time. It's just too much technology for me. I missed a bit of the chat, but is the good and the beautiful like My Father's World? We have used My Father's World for 3 years now and love it. Listen, if you love something, don't go looking at the other side of the fence. Don't go looking for greener pastures. If you love it and like it, go there. I was looking at doing My Father's World. That was one of my short lists too, was My Father's World. Okay. So I had to pull out my old trusty notebook. But anyways, I have the small planner. I like it. I do like it, but I tend to I need something bigger. So I talked to, guess somebody came out with a planner. And I'm going to tell you, mine's not that pretty. Mine's not pretty at all because, well, yeah, because I printed it in black and white. It's, you know, you can print it in color and the color is beautiful because, you know, of course, who this person is. All right. So who the person is, Andrea Mills. Y'all know I love Andrea Mills. You know, like I loved her when she had 60 subscribers. I've loved her for that long. Anyway, she came out with a planner. I didn't print the top cover. Whew. So I'm just not gonna lie. Let me get to. It's a 2018, so she does like a 2-day spread. This is all colored, and then it's color coordinated, and the weeks color coordinate. I just printed mine in black and white because I was being lazy, and this was just so much easier. But I really like it. It's simple. There's no like holidays in there or anything like that, so it doesn't take up space. But it just is a nice. But what I really loved, so I love a couple things about it. What I love is it's a PDF. It's a $10 PDF. And the fact of if I really mess up, I could just print out the page I need and stick it in my binder. I thought about putting it in this, like this style. I might still do that. I don't know yet. I'll still do it, maybe. But I don't know if I am because actually I was thinking about putting it in here. I like the 8.5 and 11 layouts. I like it. But I have the Play Skillfully, like the pre-K to K. And what my thought is actually putting, I'll show you that too. Because I'm right here, it's right here. So I bought this last summer, A Year Playing Skillfully, and it's so huge. And it's so, I'm not going to lie, it's overwhelming. It is so overwhelming. And I have it all in page protectors because I really liked how that was, right? So actually what I'm thinking about doing is I'll take the entire month out of there and just stick it in to like where I need it to be. I haven't decided like where I would stick it, if I would stick it in the week, but I have to show you the weeks. And this is why like it's not worth recreating. This is the week. Oh, let me show you. I don't know why I feel like I got to do this. I can just do it this way. Okay. All right, anyway. So what she's done, you see that? She's dated them. They're all dated, and then they come in. Listen, this is why it's not worth my time at all. At all. Look at that. So she's done this. This is all color coordinated. It all goes with the months. But then what I like, so this is what I like better about Erin Condren than the Happy Planner and all that. And so she has like early morning. She broke it into like thought processes. And this is what I love about this woman. She broke it into thought processes like early morning, breakfast, morning, lunch, afternoon, supper, and evening. And then she gives you a part here that if you need to write something special, if you want to write the times, you can. And so then she works it all out like that. You know, so I just went and printed out the rest of the year. And then she actually has divides. I'll show you this. This is something I actually created because of Andrea Mills. And this was kind of like my checkoff list, but I've been marking it up to recreate it. Anyways, that's kind of it in a nutshell. It's not extravagant at all, but the colors are beautiful, but I didn't print the colors either. And so I just liked the simplicity of it. And I put it in a 3-ring binder, but she's selling this on her like AndreaMillsTV.com or .tv or whatever website for $10. And I like it. So I'm really hoping that like this becomes a trend. Oh, but I got to show you this. I haven't done it yet. And I'm going to put like, the first thing I want to do is put dates. So she has like the month. See that, you know, just like a regular year. And then she has this button. This is what she always says, like anything worth doing is worth doing routinely. And so one of the things I'm going to put in there is like, I'm going to have breakfast dates. After having a breakfast date with my son, I realized I have to have a breakfast date with my kid once a month. So all of my 6 and up kids, 6 years and older, so that's the top 4, I'm going to have a breakfast date with them at 5 in the morning because that's the only time in my life that there's extra time we could borrow from, not in the evening. And so I'm going to mark those, and I'm going to take them on their birthday dates. So it's like, that's the day we do. I don't have to go and find, because I have decision fatigue like crazy. I would never be able to figure that out. So I'm going to mark that. But I just like the way she thinks. I haven't found it to be too small to write in. I'm not going to lie. I have not even done it justice. I should do it a video because I plan to like washi tape, and I have all of my like crazy, you know, cool stickers. Like I legit have all my stickers like right here. Some of you guys send me stickers. I love it when you guys send me stickers. I was looking for Easter stickers because but you know, like I have my stickers here. I just haven't gotten into it yet. In fact, this is my first week using it because I didn't even print out the other ones I had. And so I'm just really, really excited about that. I really like it because the other part too I like is I can leave it open on my desk. And I was thinking about getting one of those picture frame shelves from IKEA. So I could just set it in the picture frame shelf against the wall, and the kids could see it, kind of deal. I mean, I still like having a small planner, but I don't feel like I have to organize the life. And I will say, I keep a piece of paper in the front, then I can do a to-do list. But she even has like lined paper in the back that she has numbered. And so then her idea was like, then if she's taking notes on a project or something, you can, in your planner, you can write what page all that information is so you can find it real easy, which I'm like, oh, that's genius. She's always like that. She's always genius. So I got that. I love that, but I'm like converting it over to the one with the binder clip kind of deal. I don't even know why I got into that, but I was just so excited. So excited. But definitely. And she's about to have that baby. She's having baby number 9, I think. And she's in 1,600 square feet, but 400 of it is just is their home business. So they're really living in 1,200, and she makes it look good. Let me go back. Time to fight the toddler to nap. Oh, Lone Star. I know those days. Aaron says binders are good for adding with ease, right? And that's what I kind of like about it. I thought about doing the disc method, but in order to utilize this, the year of playing with skills, I figured the binder would be easier. Compass Rose says, I'm heading to a homeschool conference on Friday. I thought that said Florida. I was about to be like super excited. I'm not going to lie. Husband is coming along to hold on to the checkbook, right? Because otherwise you're like, whoa, through the homeschool convention. So I'm spending the next couple of days evaluating what I have that needs consumable stuff and what I want to look at. So wish I was coming to the conference in Florida. One of the things I'm running into, like spelling, is a big one. Doing spelling and continuing to do spelling. We have not even gotten through 3/4 of our workbook in spelling. And instead of like dropping that and going on to the next one, what I've decided to do is to take my notebook and go through and check out all the spelling I like, come up with a final, like what I want for spelling, and then just wait and not buy it. And wait until we need it. If that's in October, if it's December, maybe it's next spring, then buying it and using what I have, because I'm not the best at doing, like, just because there's 36 weeks of school and there's 36 weeks of lessons doesn't mean I do 36 weeks of lessons. So yeah. So wish I was coming to the conference in Florida. Me too. Dawn, she is a great source. Okay, yeah, talking about Andrea. Andrea, like, her brain is so, and I feel like she can just look at the complicatedness of mommy life and just see like ways to try to organize it differently. Chaos and Grace, we moved from Idaho, which is high desert, and the dry air was really bad for my asthma. The humidity doesn't bother me at all. Cool. Chaos and Grace says, gotta run. The natives are getting restless. Trish, I'll message you if we make it down your way. Awesome. We'll be there Sunday through Thursday. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Aaron says, Andrea is super organized. I do agree. I'm a planner addict. I get a new one, use it and love it, then find the next best thing, and then love that one. Hello, ADD, right? I will not lie, that is me. I bought this one because I couldn't find, hold on. This one. I did buy this one. This is the Reflections one. And I like it. I really like it. The part I didn't like about it, though, is I had to like number everything. And then I thought I was going to like this layout, but I don't. And then this one has, I like this. I thought I liked this layout. I did like this layout. See this one? This is all like, you know, to do. You get like what's today's top priority, and then gratitude, which is kind of a cute idea. And then you have a to-do list. Like, here's the time and here's the to-do list, because this is one page. So I thought of like one page for the day. Sometimes, other times, no, not really. So I pretty much retired this one because this one got to be a little bit difficult to manage. But of course, I do love the stickers kind of deal. I like this one better. And this one I got from Walmart, of all places. I got this one at Walmart. I do like that one. You know, just a little, whatever. I didn't pay full price for this one, though, so I feel better. I like this size. If I could just, like, push this one and lay out into this one, that would be, like, cool for my purse. And this one would be cool for my house. But, you know, that's me. And I'm ADHD, so, like, no judgment there. Compass Rose says, husband and I take birthday kid out for breakfast and at the restaurant of their choice, and then shopping on the day of their birthday. Oh, that is a fun tradition. Ours is very much, we try to do something special for the day, and some days we just have like, it didn't work out, and we try to do something else special. It kind of was last minute this round, because he was really moody. I love my boy. But when they're turning 12, they get a little moody. And I just kind of said something to him. I'm like, hey, do you want to go to breakfast? And he's like, eh. And he's like, yeah, okay. So I'm like, all right, at 5. So at 5 o'clock, I'm like, hey, come on, do you still want to go to breakfast? He's like, I don't know. I said, okay. I said, then that's it. We don't have to go. Not a big deal. And so as I was walking out of the room or past his bed or whatever, I was like, okay, last chance, yes or no. And he's like, yes. And I'm like, okay, let's go. And so we went, and we had to wait for the store to open, the restaurant to open. We went to Cracker Barrel, and we were there, and it was nice. We were back by 7. So, and then I realized my husband doesn't leave till 7. So that makes a really good opportunity that I could start taking them out, just them and me, for on their birthday day. So I think we're going to do it like for my son, every 3rd we'll go, and my other kids, on their day, kind of deal. Nana Grace has just got here. Just wanted to say hello. How are you? Oh, don't forget to give me thumbs up if you're here. I know there's always the one. If you look, I always get the video. There's always one thumb down, at least. Sometimes there's 2. It's kind of funny. I commend their dedication. Stacy says, I love watching Andrea Mills. I found out about her from watching your homeschool videos. I tried ACE this year, but because of your videos. Oh, thank you. I love her way of managing ACE. It is phenomenal. And I'm not going to lie. I'm getting it together because my son is going to do ACE kindergarten for like 2 reasons. One, I do like ACE. Second, I already own the whole curriculum. It was gifted to me, and I'm not going to go buy something else. But I will say I'm going to go buy some of the Rod and Staff stuff. I like some of the Rod and Staff stuff. But they have like bulletin board ideas. I'm just sticking it inside this file folder, and then this is what we're going to work on. But I'm not that far yet. I just made this. What I need to do is sit down and read the stuff, kind of deal. Mayflower Homeschool says, I love Andrea Mills. She needs to write a book, right? Can you imagine if she took like some of her organization ideas? She needs to write a book just on her herbs. I harass her all the time. Homeschool on the Go says, Andrea is such an amazing person. I just love watching her videos. I agree. You just made my mouth water. I wonder what I said to make your mouth water. Oh, breakfast. Yeah. I found her, by the way, because of the video that you made talking about ACE. Cool. I know. She is like the expert of ACE on YouTube. I actually went to ACE and spoke to them, and I was like, listen, y'all, listen. There's no reason this woman should ever buy her own curriculum, because she doesn't like do ads or anything on YouTube, so she's not getting paid. And that's the whole thing. Like, buy her planner, because like she is not running ads, and she's running a zillion video views, the whole 9 yards. Like, she's big stuff. I may one day catch up to where she is right now. And so she's running all that, but she's not doing any of it. She's not doing sponsored ads, nothing. And so I just was like, I told the ACE staff, I'm like, because I talked to them, and I was like, listen, this woman is pretty much growing your homeschool, I don't know, advertising, and you need to be compensating her in curriculum that she doesn't need to buy. That's just that. That's personally how I feel. But they don't do it. So I'm like, whatever. But she's like the expert to me, I think. Compass says, we use a lot of Rod and Steph stuff too. Yay. Well, the younger years we do. Not so much after 1st grade. I like Rod and Steph kindergarten, the ABC stuff. I love those. In fact, it was really like the best for teaching my kids colors. And then I love those. I had a hard time. I attempted the reading and didn't realize the phonics was the second part. And it was just a complete catastrophe for us. I just was like, why is this jump happening? I didn't have the right amount of stuff, but I like the math. And so I think after we get through our BJU math Saxon is our short list. Like, I own it. They've made me so aggravated when it comes to math, because they're like, oh, I'll do a better job doing it every day if you give us this style of math, or if you give us that style of math, I'll learn better. It didn't matter. They were just being lazy. They didn't want to do it. So I got kind of aggravated. I just took everything away, and I said, Saxon math book is the easiest one I can teach to do. it's just straightforward. There's no like jumping through hoops. There's no crazy graphics. It's just, here's your lesson, do it, you're done. And I was just like, you're going to do that. You're going to do that. And I kind of jumped on their case and kind of held them to it. And they've been great on it. I'm like, oh yeah, you're so doing that. So with Addie, she starts 3rd grade, and I contemplated putting her in 5-4, but she's not there yet. She's not there yet at all. So I think I'm going to put her in Rod. I think I'm actually going to put her back in Rod and Staff 2nd, but let her fly through it, and then put her in 3rd because she hasn't mastered all of her math facts like she should. And I've kind of watched her because BJU will kind of jump and then do these, other stuff and keep her busy. And I'm just like, she doesn't have the basics. And I haven't decided. I think I don't want to deal with shipping, and I don't want to deal with new stuff. So I think I'm just going to pick it up at convention for her. Do that. I'm kind of giving y'all a hint of some of my stuff. No, we're probably not going with a box set, but are we? Let's see. Joel says I hate cable salespeople. They tell you theirs is better, and then when you switch because we had their bad service. Homeschool on the Go says, oh, I don't know that. That's a shame. Totally agree. They should do it. That's the least they can do for her family. Right. Multiplication is killing me. Skip counting, my dear, skip counting. The schools here in Western New York is not teaching cursive reading, printing only. Are other states doing this soon? A lot of them are. And then I had a friend, like, she just picked up a workbook on cursive, and like her daughter went to town, just loved it, went to town. We are doing AC and love it, but my son is struggling in multiplication. Here's what I'd say for multiplication. I don't have one here. Oh, let me see. It's so nice that my stuff is right there. I'm just not gonna lie. It's really nice. All right, so this is what I did for mine. This is not multiplication. This one's addition. So this is my, I just laminated, everything that equals 0, everything that equals 1. So then I did the same for multiplication, just 0 times 1 times 2 times 3, all the way to 12, and then 1 times 2. And I have another one of these laminated, and I made them do copy work until they could write them without thinking. And they could get these written in 4 or 5 minutes, then they know them because they're not like looking at the chart. And this was a huge one. I took about 4 weeks, and this is what got my daughter to memorize her addition and her multiplication. And she like waited until 6th grade because she was not going to learn it. So it will come. We love EP workbook. My daughter's doing 3rd level, and she's working on math facts. Nice. My son uses teaching textbooks for math. Cool. So anyways, I don't know. What did we just chat about? Better late than never, right? So I'm going to close this in prayer. If y'all want, you can keep chatting, but give me your prayer request, and I will get them written down so that I can pray over y'all. And plan to see me next Wednesday. Do you have any ideas of what you want to talk about next Wednesday? What do you want to know? I can talk about how great it is to turn 40 and get fat again, because that's what I've managed to do. But anyway, that's beyond the point. Texas dropped it a long time ago, but we teach it anyways. I think it's very important for reading and understanding historical. Yay! Crystal says, hi, Trish. Good to see you. Good to see you, too. Okay, so would it be feasible to say I can pause math books and do memory work and what you suggest? Yeah. Yeah, do it, because then everything catches up. You like how the laundry just flew onto the couch? You notice I did that without any hands because my kids do it. Yeah, Dawn, you can totally. We have paused out. I refuse to move my daughter on until she memorized her math facts. One of the great ones, too, is Extra Math, XTRA Math, I think .org or whatever. If you do a search on that, you make a free account and they can run those. And we'll do those from here and there. And then we'll kind of take a break from that. So Michelle has an unspoken. No cursive in Virginia either. What they do teach here is ridiculous. I'm now looking for the best route of curriculum for a 4-year-old. And really just getting in with a good curriculum that balances the way you like to balance, definitely the way to go. Debbie says, I'm not a homeschool, but I really enjoy watching your channel. Regarding cursive, my kids still have handwriting. We are in Pennsylvania. Oh, cool. Good to know. You don't have to be a homeschooler to hang out for Mama Chat. Even though we talk about homeschooling, but even still. Christine says, I just bought Saxon and we will give it a go this week. You bought please tell me about the old school Saxon books, like the textbooks. The textbooks are my favorite. Bubba, grab me, Addie. Addie, grab me Lottie's textbook. Matt, Bubba's textbook or something. Yeah, give me that book. My favorite way is right here. And I will tell you, like, put your return address. This is a return address. You're just not going to see it all. Anyway, this is my favorite one to do. It's really cut and dry. I'll give you a little preview. So here's like a mental math. We don't even do that. We just skip it. This is the written out lesson as though somebody was talking to them. They get example problems on how to work it out. And then there's a practice. And so they do the practice, which is actually putting to use everything they just read about. And there's like 5, 6, maybe questions. And then there is the 25 set that's from everything they've learned so far. So it's a very spiral review. But yet mastery. And then over here, these tiny little numbers underneath the number is actually the lesson number they learned it from. So if they're not getting it, they can go back to it. So I really like these. And I love it. Okay. So, Splash Math is a good app. Oh yeah, that is a good app. Y'all got a little busy on me. All right, so I just got Saxon. Okay, good. You got Saxon. I agree. Tanya says, I agree. These companies are making a ton of money off the free advertising on YouTube. Even if they send you something for free, in the end, they still benefit the most. Right. I have 2 pieces that I got this last year that I've really spent some time looking into that I've not shared with because I'm getting ready to share. I love them. And in fact, we're going to implement them next year. I didn't even implement them this year. I'm going to implement them next year because yeah, it doesn't matter. Even all the Bookshark ones. I'm kind of glad I actually went to them. I was like, hey, you want me to work for you and do some stuff? And I'm so glad I didn't kind of get with them because they have rules. And I'm like, your free curriculum is not worth your rules. But bless the heart for those that do. So realize like those people that are giving reviews of curriculum that they got for free, there's some serious work on that involved. And yeah, they got them for free, but it's work. It's work reviewing stuff. I mean, sometimes it's like, hey, I got this. Here's one. I got my Hooked on Phonics. It's awesome. And let me tell you why. We're genuinely using it. It's a little bit more work when somebody's like, can I just give you this to review? And you're like, it's not something I would have bought, but okay, kind of deal. And so that is some true stuff there. So please don't ever knock the YouTubers that got it for free. It comes with work. It comes with strings attached. I try to stay away from those strings because I can't handle them right now. Nona says, I teach my grandkids cursive because I felt like it was important. I really don't understand why they eliminated it. Right. How about teaching textbooks? Have you all put in for teaching textbooks? Who can help her with that? We're using zombie multiplication from Rosie Resources. She teaches the skip counting and has rhymes for the harder ones. Ooh, I love that one. Perfectly Chaotic Ness says, I just got my first happy planner. Hopefully it works out. I've been through so many planners. Yeah, I know what you mean. I use a happy planner the most. I like the fact with the happy planner, you can get like the hole punches and you can use it a lot. So that's what I like. Stacy G says, prayer request for my friends for, wait, nope. Please pray for me and my cancer battle. I'll be finishing chemo in 3 weeks for the 4th time. Please pray for my family. Thank you. All right. Cancer. 3 weeks. 3 more. Chemo. 4th round. Okay. And family. Got it. Got it. All right. Momming with Amanda says prayer request for my friend's fertility treatments to work. They have been trying for 2 years and had. Oh, wow. Okay. Fertility. And now I gotta write it down because I'll forget. Christina says, yes, I bought the old school version. Good. Okay, so the only thing that I found between Saxon, the new version and the old school version, the newer version, 1 is not as durable, but 2 is way more wordy. And the old one is so much more concise and just easier to get the job done. Compass says, prayers for several of my kids. The daughter whose hypothyroid is in the process of getting new docs and playing with meds. Okay. Compass Rose. Okay. Daughter, the hypothyroid. Right? Did I get that right? Yeah, thyroid. New doc. All right. And then the younger daughter whose hyperthyroid seems to be stable and recovered from surgery that she didn't need, but they didn't know that until they opened her up. Okay. My Light Filled Journey says that Stacy G, do look into MMS on YouTube with Jim Humble. See if that resonates with you. Oh, our oldest son reenlisted. You know how Mama feels about that. Whew, girl. I know. I've been thinking about you from time to time. I'm like, I wonder how all of that is going. Okay. So, what? Hey, no. Go check on him. I think he's lighting fires. This is the truth. This is the truth. The kid's out there trying to light fires. He's like, I want to stay outside. I'm getting kind of cold, so I'm trying to light a fire, but I can't. So I think he's been out there lighting matches. I wonder where he found the matches from. I hope they're not my neighbors because we're going to have words. All right. So the second son, in the midst of a job change, doesn't like the change. The other 3 are holding their own. Thank goodness. Woo. Job change. Alrighty. Does that not sound scary? My kid's out there with matches. I'm not actually nervous. He's probably more than likely playing in the fire pit, trying to set the coal on fire. He'll be good though. Sodbuster Living. Hey y'all. Hey girl. Doing prayer requests, girl. You got something? I'm writing it down. Face and pray over you. I made it for prayer. Yes, you made it for prayer. We're about to be done in 5 minutes. It's like halfway there. I know. Yeah, that's how I feel. Listen, I took a selfie with my husband yesterday. And so, I've got this funky hair. So it's supposed to be doing this whole thing. It's going to grow out. And then I'm going to have this shaved side. I'm going to look so punk. Right. And so it's half a mess. And I go to take the picture. So the lighting isn't the same here, but the lighting picked up. I can't even get it. You see the silver, right? The lighting picked up all of the gray around my face, and that gray washes me out. And I was like, if I don't get color soon, it's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. I'm going to look my age. Sawbuster says, pray for the kid that I teach. He really needs to know the Lord, or he is going to be miserable the rest of his life. Okay. Sawbuster. Yes, ma'am, we are going to pray for that. Finds the Lord. That actually sounds quite familiar. Magnifying glasses, flint and steel, batteries and wool, and a pinch of matches. So true, kids on fire. Thankfully, I think, a lot of times anymore, Utah we could have so gone out there on this one. Utah just, I guess, passed something that says making it completely legal to raising free range children, which I'm a big free range children one. And homeschool on the go. Anyways, so I'm a big believer in letting kids play with fire, in a manageable method, not in a free range chaotic method, because no. So I'm a big one into letting them have a designated fire pit, and then activity happens there. Definitely prayers for my son, for the God to fill his heart with peace and help him adjust to his new life, new changes he has passed through recently due to the move-in. Oh, okay. Homeschool on the go. Anyway, so I'm a big believer of that. So, just realize we have a really big thing. It's safe there. We ain't burning down the house yet, right? Bye, Trish. Bye, girl. Crystal from Connecting the Dots says, hey, Trish, we are starting oxygen for my son to help his breathing during the day and also to help control his heart rate. We're hoping it will help drastically, as ours had this issue for years. All right, so that's Crystal. Crystal's son on oxygen. Okay. Stacy says, thank you. I will look at it. I have colon cancer since 2013. Oh, that was about the one. Okay. Why was it illegal to be free range? So if you weren't hyper helicoptering your kid, they would call the law on you. In fact, it's happened in Florida a little bit too. Like in a lot of states, they're like, we don't see you out there with your kid. We're going to call the law, because there's one, like a 10-year-old playing outside for a couple hours by themselves. The law was called to check on his well-being. Yeah. Isn't that crazy? I'm like 10. I'm like, what were you doing at 10? I had to have been 7. And I was thinking about that. This can be a whole other topic. Trying not to create a whole nother topic. But I remember I had down my grandfather, because at the time I lived with my grandparents until I was 8. And the neighborhood we lived in, I knew my boundaries. I was not allowed to cross the main road. But our road was like a U. It was a big U. It was like half a mile from one end to the other. And so it was like this one road came this way and our road came this way. And then they both intersected the main road, and it was a busy main road. Not allowed to cross that road. But I could be in anybody's backyard, in any spot, anywhere in that whole area, and we ran it, and we would run the back property lines and stuff like that. And then the one side was the river. When I'm saying the river, is more like the harbor. And we could go down there and play in the harbor, and we would, because there wasn't houses there, so we'd jump over the seawall, and we would play in the sand, and we would play in the water, and then we'd go. And the big part was the way my grandfather would be like, Trisha, sounded just like the crows. So more often than not, I came home because I heard the crows, and it sounded like the way he would say my name. But listen, that man would go stand in the front yard and call my name, and I knew to come home. We ran the town. Ran the town. We ran the hood. And had a great time. I think I was a latchkey kid in kindergarten. Was that even allowed? Common sense is so lost. There are kids whose well-being is neglected, and then there are those who are micromanaged. Well, and some of the things that the discussion with Utah was saying, as much as they could get hurt by not being micromanaged, what they end up losing in skills is so much more detrimental than if they burn themselves. Because honestly, like, they're gonna burn their finger. I mean, I've got scars on my hands and legs, whatever. I lived through it. We're good. Learned more valuable lessons than the skin I lost. We're good. And the case in which something drastically and dangerously is going to happen is really small compared to, just the lost skills and stuff. All right. I was a latchkey kid too. I made dinner for my brother. Oh, yeah, I used to cook. I mean, as a latchkey kid, I totally cooked. My kids are so lazy because I'm home all the time. Oh, anyways, we shall pray. What should we talk about next week? Give me any ideas. Leave me messages down below. We'll get some good conversations going. And what are you doing?
What are you doing, Mom?
I'm having a video chat.
What time is it?
See, he's still not out there setting fires. It's 3:30. He's watching me. Come here, so they can show you. They can see you do it. Do
I
it.
know what you could do next week about. You could do it about the kids' childhood.
Kids' childhood. That's what they say.
I didn't stop watching you.
He said, "I'm going to stop watching you." That's what he just said. Let's talk about how we're going to survive summer. Yeah? Okay. I'll write that down. Surviving summer. Because that can mean so many things. Like making summer plans, right? All right, I did need a topic. Okay, I'm going to close this out in prayer because I said that like 10 minutes ago, and then I just got into a whole nother conversation because that's what I do. But I absolutely love you guys. I'm always so thankful that y'all come out and hang out with me and hold me accountable that I said I was going to hang out, and so we're hanging out. Thomas Rose says, I taught my kids to cook a few things and then refused to cook the nights we had those meals. Made the kids do it. They are pretty good. Cool. All right. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this time that we get to come together as moms and just enjoy a camaraderie that defies all geography and just is able to be blessed through this technology that you've provided for us, dear Lord. Thank you for letting us meet each other and where we're comfortable. Some of us are full of laundries and some of us are coming back. Lord, you know the needs that are out there for those that haven't said and that are struggling through some of this and dealing with the loneliness and just trying to keep things together as we're struggling with the world telling us what should be demanded of us. Lord, let us be focused upon you and let your will become evident in our hearts and what we do, dear Lord, that we are not succumbed with stuff and activities and busyness, and that we're raising our children for you, dear Lord. Dear Lord, be with Michelle in the unspoken prayer that she needs. Lord, let your hand be known and be there. Dear Lord, be with Stacy as she's dealing with her cancer with 3 more weeks. Dear Lord, give her the strength and perseverance, dear Lord, and let this final time be done. Lord, you're the great physician, and just bring her healing. Lord, let her family, give her family the emotional support that they need to support and help her out. Dear Lord, be with Amanda's friend with her fertility issues, dear Lord, and just let your will be done, Lord, and whatever your will is, just let that be comfort in their heart. Dear Lord, be with Compass Rose, Lord, and her children, her daughter, be with her daughter as they're finding new doctors and dealing with this and finding another opinion and get right with things. And be with her son and just keep him safe as he re-enlisted. Be with her other son and just handling changes that are not always, as you close one door, you open others, Lord. And sometimes that devil's just going to have us focused on the door that has closed, so we can't be doing what we need to do with that open door. Dear Lord, be with Sodbuster and be with her student that she works with, dear Lord, and just help them come to know you and find comfort in you. Lord, be with homeschool on the go as they deal with the life change. Her son's dealing with life changes and the stress that's going on. Dear Lord, and just give him comfort. Lord, let him lean to you and let your comfort be strong. Dear Lord, be with Crystal, son, as he's dealing with his oxygen each and every day. Dear Lord, just give comfort to those that are in need of you. In your son's precious name I pray. Amen. Story of my life. I am done. Yes, I am. My kids, some of my kids were like, yay. All right, so I will talk to y'all later. We'll see you then. I thought you meant if I was done praying. Okay, I'm going to talk to y'all later. See you next Wednesday. Wednesday. Let that know. Wednesday only. Like you said, Wednesday only. Bye, you guys.
Peace out. Peace out. Okay?